What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to Auto Auction Rebuilds. Today I'm back with another e-bike review, and this one is my Himiway Zebra California edition. So take a look at this bike. This is a limited edition bike, and it is phenomenal. What a beautiful bike. If you look closely, you'll see the colors in front start out as blue, and then they slowly transition to a purple about midway, all the way to the tail. Even the rack is painted. You've got this nice tan leather. Look at the stitching. Oh my goodness. These things look so good, and they're priced just right, guys. These things are normally $19.99. They're currently on sale for $17.99, but if you use the code AAR60, they're going to do you one even better. They're going to take $60 off of that price as well. So you can go get one for yourself and save yourself a little bit of money. Also, if you leave a comment below this video, they are going to pick 3 of you in the comment section to either give an additional discount to on top of the current discount, or to give a free accessory. So definitely drop those comments down below, because they are hooking you guys up. So we're going to start with the battery on this, which is an in-frame removable battery with a key and the flip of a button. The battery will pop out. You can replace it if you ever need to, which is really nice. This battery is a 48 volt 20 amp hour Samsung lithium LG battery. It could be Samsung cells or LG cells. Either way, both are very, very good. You can expect the range from this battery to give you between 60 and 80 miles. That's a lot, guys. But also a lot of that is going to depend on whether you're over here hammering on the throttle all the time, or if you're actually pedaling. So it's going to vary based on how you use the bike and the type of terrain that you're on. The motor is a Himiway 750 watt brushless gear motor. Total payload on this bike is 400 pounds, and the recommended rider height on this is going to be 5'3" to 6'1". Moving on to the brakes, we've got Tektro hydraulic brakes. That's right, hydraulic brakes, and they should be 180 millimeter disc rotors on the front. You can see you've got dual projection headlights on the front right here, as well as a reflector. That's very nice. And if you move around the backside, well, you also have a Himiway taillight and reflector on the back as well. Of course, you've got a super padded, supple seat. Very nice. And these grips, oh man. Yeah, these grips are very nice as well. Coming down here, you have a derailleur guard, which is really nice to have. You've got a Shimano Alta shifter, and you have a 7-speed gear selector up here. SIS index, you've got a bell. The gear selector is really easy. Push, push, super simple. And the screen, that's another big deal. The screen is really, really nice on this. Starts out saying Himiway. You've got your battery indicator up top, your speed right here, your trip right here, and down here shows the output of the motor. So you can change pedal assist by pushing up or down over here. You get 5 different levels, all the way down to 0. The headlights, I think you just hold the plus button to turn the headlights on. Let's see if that's the case. There we go. Hold the plus button and your headlights come to life. And we should have a tail light back here as well. Look at that. It says Himiway lights up. Now, does it have a brake light? I'm not sure. It does. It flashes when you hit the brakes. You've got this nice wood shelf right here that says Himiway, and it's burnt into it. That looks so good. The custom paint on this is just phenomenal. And again, this is a limited edition item. So if you like this design and you like these colors, you probably want to jump on this sooner than later, because it might not be around forever. The bike weighs 79 pounds, and if you're wondering how fast it goes, well, throttle alone Looks like it's going to be right around 20 miles an hour. Pedal assist, though, will usually get you a little bit more. I won't know the top speed on this until we actually take it out and get it on the road. Of course, you've got 26-inch by 4-inch Kendra fat tires, and they do have the reflective stripes going around them. So that's really nice. It makes it just that much more visible at night. You've got your suspension up front, no suspension in the rear. You have your lockout right here, and you have your preload adjustment on this side. Very common. All of that stuff is very typical, normal stuff. You have fenders, front and rear, and of course, adjustable seats, adjustable handlebars. This thing is fully customizable to be exactly what you want it to be. I love the color of this bike. I absolutely do. But you know what it's time for? It's time to get it dirty. Let's get it over here and see how it handles. Well, it's tough on bikes, guys. It really is. Let's just see how it does. Let's try it out. I want to try throttle alone getting through this. This is so rough, guys. And most bikes cannot get through this on throttle alone. We're going to try. Oh, so close. Come on, come on, come on. This is the first bike that did it on its own. It did 86 Newton meters of torque from this bike. I didn't have to pedal on this. I didn't have to pedal at all. This is the first bike that's been able to get through this on its own. That, in and of itself, is pretty impressive. Unfortunately, my camera mount didn't survive, but the bike sure did. Let's take it through some more. I've got a little path that I take over here. Oh yeah. Man, this thing just plows through this. Does not care at all. Oh boy. I'm more worried about myself than I am the bike. This bike is more than capable. Oh yeah. Look at it go. Not bad. Not bad at all. Okay. Oh, we jumped on that. Sorry guys, I lost you. I lost you. There you go. I need to mount that just a tad bit better, I think. All right, let's get out of here. Let's get on the road. There we go. Not too shabby. The first bike to actually get through that little obstacle without me having to do any pedaling. I'm pegged out right now at 20.1 miles an hour. And we'll come around this corner, and then we'll check these brakes, test out these hydraulic brakes. This is nice, really nice. The torque this thing puts out is amazing. Brakes, gentle, and then stop. Very nice. And next, let's take it off of the horrible gravel, which it did phenomenal on, and let's take it on the road, and let's see what the top speed is on the pavement. Throttle only, I'm sure it's going to remain at about 20. Yep, it cuts off at 20, and that's all you get. Now let's do a little pedaling. Oh, looks like the pedal assist also cuts you off at 20. Yeah. So you're going to get 20 miles an hour out of this bike if you want any help from the motor. Anything over 20, you're going to have to do yourself. You can kind of hear that motor kick in from time to time. I mean, I'm maintaining a solid 20 miles an hour, 19.9, 20 miles an hour, but that's pedaling. And if I stop pedaling and just hit the throttle, let's see what it does. Yeah, maintains the same, so it doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. You're going to get 20 miles an hour out of this bike, and that is all you're going to get out of it. Now, with that said, a lot of times these bikes have some settings you can get into, and you can unlock a little bit more potential out of them if you want to. But straight out of the box, this is what you get. 20 pedaling, 20 on throttle. Let's see what it does up this hill. I'm going to stop pedaling, and I'm just going to use throttle alone, and we're going to see where we drop off at here. 19.6, 19, 18.8, 18.5. We're holding on, 18.5, 19. Not bad. I am 5'11 and a half. I'm 210 pounds. And it was able to carry me at about 18 and a half miles an hour up the hill on throttle alone with no pedal assist at all. That is not bad. All right. Next, we're going to go on a little off-road, and then we're going to take it through a neighborhood. Then we're going to head back to the house. All right, like I said, it's time to go off-road. Big bumps through there. Handled them very nicely. That cushiony seat really makes this very manageable. Let's get back over. Big bump. Not a problem. And let's hang a right. Very nice. Handles corners very nicely. I'm not even using my hands anymore. I'm hands-free, cruising at 20 miles an hour in the neighborhood. And even with no hands, this thing is riding 20 miles an hour, nice and smooth. No worries at all. All right, I better put my hands back on the handlebars now. My mom might get mad at me if she sees me riding with no hands. Remember doing that as a kid? Look, Ma, no hands. Yeah. It doesn't get any better the older you get either. So I think the biggest thing I can compliment this bike on is the ride quality. It is very quiet. It's very smooth. Get a little bit of a hum from the motor, but that's something that I really enjoy. I actually like hearing the motor. The seat, it's one of the most comfortable seats that I've ever ridden on. It is a very nice seat. Same thing with the handlebar grips. I was able to get it up to about 22.6 miles an hour. And that's as good as it got, guys. So pedaling, not a big deal. I'm actually really fond of the bikes that make me kind of work. This one, you can do either. You can hold the throttle and you can go 20, or you can pedal and you can go 20. Totally up to you. So, you know, if you get a good workout and you're getting a little tired, well, you can be lazy and hit that throttle. Not gonna lie, I do it quite often myself. This is a very comfortable, very smooth riding bike. I think I'm gonna call this video a wrap. Get around this corner here and we'll take a look at the battery and see how it's held up over the last 5 miles. So how did it do over our 5-mile trip? Well, let's take a quick look here. You can see at the bottom, 5 miles, and at the top is your battery, completely full. We didn't even touch the battery on our 5-mile trip. This thing has been very impressive. Well, here we are. We made it back. The bike went through the torture test that I give all of the bikes, and it actually did better than any of the other bikes that I've tested so far. So major props to Himiway on this bike. That was really impressive that it got through the little obstacle course without me having to pedal. It was able to do it on throttle alone. And that's got a lot to do with, of course, big tires, but that 86 Newton meters of torque that motor is putting out, it really carried it through some pretty tough situations. But if you ever find yourself in a position where the motor just isn't capable of pulling you up a hill, they all have their limitations, guys. They can only go up certain inclines so far or through certain terrain. It's real easy. Kick the gears down into like second gear and just pedal your way through it, and the motor will assist you in getting out of some of those tight spaces. But I mean, this thing did absolutely phenomenal. I enjoyed the ride. The price is right on the money, especially considering how unique this bike is. In fact, the FedEx driver showed up today. He delivered another bike for me to review, and he saw this one and he just walked up to it. He said, man, he said, that is a beautiful bike. He loved the color. And I told him I couldn't agree more, man. The metallic blue, it's got lots of metal flake in it. Unfortunately, the sun is not really out today, so you don't get to see that so well, but lots of heavy metal flake, and the way it transitions like seamlessly from blue into this deep purple, it's a beautiful bike. Look, I'm a guy and I'm out riding it. I don't care. I will ride purple, man. I like this color. In fact, I painted one of my old cars purple, if you guys remember right, plum crazy purple. I love the decals right here. This is absolutely beautiful, man. Gorgeous bike, Himiway. Thank you so much for sending this out to me to review. I thoroughly enjoyed it. Remember, down below the video, a link to the bike, but also use code AAR60 for $60 off. And leave your comments down below because they are going to pick 3 people to either give an additional discount to or to give a free accessory to. So that's really cool, and they're the only company that's done that to date. So big shout out and thank you to Himiway. I hope we can work together again sometime. Check the bike out for yourself. Link below the video.